By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to turn this into this. G'day guys, Brando the Butcher here. Now I've got a beautiful lamb carcass here from our good friends at Amelia Park down in Bunbury. Shout out to Jay, Jimmy and Rami for giving us this beautiful lamb. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to cut it all up into the chops that we prepare and we sell in this store that I'm working at, Ellenbrook IGA. Let's get over to the bandsaw and get into it. All right, first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get our trusty water bottle here, filled with nothing but water, and just give the bandsaw a bit of a spray down just to help lubricate it, make it a little bit safer so the lamb carcass doesn't get stuck. All right, we're going to take this bad boy off. Oh, I'm going to take off all the tags that are left on the feet, and we're ready to go. For those of you wearing earphones, I apologise. Beware the noise. Alright, first things first, we're going to take the shoulders off. Straight down the guts like that. A little bit crooked, she got caught on our mincer. Move that barrel over there for now. With the 4/4 here, we just run it straight down there, take the breastbone off, take the shanks off. We just cut these up for our offcuts, put them aside, trail them up the end. Take the tips off the shanks. So I'll wipe the bone dust off them and they're just about ready to go. We're going to take the lamb neck off of these 4/4 chops. Then I'll just square up the end here. That'll also go in for our offcuts. And then I'll just get a nice couple of neck chops out of this. Just like so. Put them over out. Now, lamb 4/4, we'll split it straight down that centre bone there. You get two nice even portions. Now you can just have this as is. This has a little bone in roast. You can slow cook it like a normal roast. Or you can ask your butcher to bone it out and do a boneless shoulder. But we're just going to leave all the bones in. We're just going to use the bandsaw to nick off just a little bit of garbage there. That's just fat and bone. People don't really want that in for their chops. And we'll cut a few chops off this way. These are our target chops. You notice the bone's quite small, but after 4 to 5 chops, the bone starts to get a lot larger, so that's when we need to stop cutting them. You go from cutting that way, flipping around, because then you want to take off the real nice shoulder chops. And we're just going to go in here, taking some more chops. Try to keep them even, try to keep them straight. Do a bit of assessment as we go through, make sure they're not too fat. First shoulder done. Take off our target chops. I'll get one more out of that. Beautiful. Flip it around. Take off the rest of the shoulder chops. These bits here we'll trim out. Put a little bit of fatty mince. Keep the bones for our offcuts. All right. Bringing the lamb back over. Now we're going to separate the legs and the barrel. Now right in here, I can feel right there is the hip bone. So we want to come just in front of that hip bone, like so. And we'll set the barrel aside. And we've got a nice, lovely pair of legs. Now what I'm going to do first up, clamp the legs together like so. Find a little bone just above the tail there. To take the chump off. And then straight down the guts for the legs. Now, this is the part where most people get their knife to clean all this kind of stuff up. I just use the bandsaw. Because we don't usually keep any of that. And knock a bit of this bone here out. Just like that. And from there, we'll give this another quick little spray. From here, we just cut straight into our chops. We don't bother about marking it, mucking around with that stuff. We just straight into it. Straight into these beautiful leg chops. Leg chops are great for the barbie, for the grill. Some people prefer to keep the leg whole, bone it out, either have a boneless leg roast or easy carb leg roast. Or we just zip our legs all the way through. So we've got shank left. Then we just knock off the end there, take off that tendon, and there's another shank ready to go. Alright, same thing with the other leg. Carefully nicking all this rubbish off that we don't want. Same thing again. Another set of leg chops. Now we sort out these chumps. There's a centre bone that runs straight through there. We want to go either side of that. First side. Second side. And then we just cut him in half. And that goes along with our other offcuts. Now this is usually the part where I'll jump over the bench, take this flap out. For the sake of the video, I'll just do it here on the bandsaw. Stop him for a second. Safety first. Take this bit out. Again, that'll go with the end of the shoulder for our fatty mince. And sometimes you get a little bit of extra fat over there. Just get rid of him. The fat would just chuck straight in the bin. See you later. Don't worry about that. Alright, then here's again earphone users. Just zip it straight through with some quick easy chump chops. Usually about there, and then that we'll just use that for our offcuts. You don't want to go too far down with these chump chops because otherwise it's just going to be all bone. Probably get one more small one out of there. There we go. Zip that straight through there. More offcuts for the dog. 2 lots of chump chops. Now, everyone's favourite, the barrel. The first things first, similar to the 4/4 chops, split him straight down the centre. I'm absolutely horrible at this, so please bear with me. Not the worst attempt. Butchers know where I can improve. I know where I can improve. But this is just one of those things I'm shocking at. Now, we'll put into the side and sit on the mincer there. Thank you very much. Now, we like to take a decent flap off, because with the flap, we actually take the rib plate out. And we'll rip that top bit off again for the mince. Most people might just sell the ribs as is. We cut them between each bone, sell them as pre-cut bones. This here, the rest of the flap, usually just split him up. And that'll just go on a tray as is. Some people still like to cook it like this. Some people use them for the dogs. We'll go to the other side, do the same thing. Now, the bread and butter. Everyone's favourite, the loin chop. So how we usually do this is all the ribs through here. We usually find the last one and we'll go just on the non-bone side of the last one. Just like that. So yes, we have a fair few French cutlets to deal with. We've got a tiny little bone to take out of there, the loin, but that's fine. From here, take off the chine bone. Alright, I just had to raise the guard up. As I was shown to do the chine bone like this. There we go, beautiful. And this here, again, off cuts. Alright, there we go, find that last bone. Just like that. Oh, I was a little bit taller than the last one, so I may just have to dip it through. Just like that. Alright, again, off cuts. Now these will clean up on the bench. And I'll come back over and I'll cut the loins up for you. Right, so for our loins are pretty simple. All this fat in the middle here, we're just going to get rid of him. Scrape him out. Like so. Get rid of all that. And remember, there's that bone that we had left over from cutlets, which we'll just get under and scoop him out and chuck him away. I'll then just take a smidge off of here. This one's actually pretty good. Smidge of stuff off the top there. Roll him up. And we'll cut our chops. Just like that. And she's ready to go straight through the bandsaw. Now, before we jump back on the bandsaw, let's move him over a little bit. I'm going to show you how we prepare our French cutlets. So, first things first, a little bit of shoulder bone just in there. What you want to do is you want to come just over the top. Hang on. Better. So, you want to come just over the top of this bone here. Trying to get out all the meat that you possibly can. Keep it attached to the rest of the rack. My knife definitely needs a good sharpen. Give it a bit of a tickle up. Nearly underneath. Same thing, as close to the bone as possible. That's better. Just keep going. Top, bottom, top, bottom. So you can reach in and rip them out. And that, again, offcuts. After that, you notice when we took this chine bone off before, there's now a little bit of gap of meat in between the rib bones and this backbone here, which we call the feather bone. What we do here is when we put our knife in, we get just under the bone, and we almost angle it so we're cutting into the bone. And we go out gently, so that there is bugger all, if not no meat, left on those backbones. And then this yellow thing here, the patty whack, you don't want that. So use your knife to push the meat over the patty whack and cut the feather bones and the patty whack out in one go. And that, you don't want to feed that to your dogs, so we just discard that. And then we just, where that bone is there, we should go just in from that a little bit. And we want to cut down to the bone and all the way across. Nice and hard mark on the bone. You start from one side, and same thing like you just did with the feather bone, you almost want to cut and scrape along the top of the bone, so that when it all comes off, it's a nice, clean looking rack there. So you see all the little bits of bone coming through. And then, because I've just been scraping my knife on bone, give another bit of a hone. And this is everyone's favourite bit. You go down and in between all the little bones here. Yeah, my knife really does need a bit of sharpen. Doing this exercise here tells you exactly how sharp your knife is or isn't. And I'll tell you this for nothing. My knife isn't. All those little intercostals will go in for our fatty mince. And then we just get our knife through each of these bones. The end one's going to be a bit messy. That's fine. But in between each of these bones, oh, chop, chop, chop. Oh, poor little French cutlet at the end didn't get a bone. That's how you get your beautiful little French cutlet. So I'm going to do this second one, and then we'll jump back over the bandsaw. Hello. Alrighty, back over to the bandsaw. We're going to give this one more spray, and we're going to chop these loin chops up for you. All right. Once again, watch your ears. Cut through very carefully, making sure to follow where you've marked. Otherwise, you end up with little bits of steps in your chops. Makes your chops look crap. So where you mark is where you cut. If you cut too far to the left or too far to the right, your chops don't look nice. So How good do they look? Woo. Good enough to eat, I reckon. Alrighty, now we're going to move back over to the bench where we're going to scrape all the chops, tray all the chops, and I'll show you the display afterwards. Now, how is that? An absolute stunning array of chops. Lamb doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, that is how we prepare our lambs in this store. That's about to get wrapped up, priced up, chucked in the cabinet, ready to sell this afternoon. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I've had a lot of fun making it. Hope you guys learned something, because I sure have. I've learned I need to finish this video and go and sharpen my knives because they're not the greatest. But regardless, folks, if you like the video, send me a comment. If you don't agree with what I've done, flame me in the comments. Not fast. Every butcher does their lambs and other things differently. This is just how I do mine. But regardless, folks, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, stay sharp.